NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Raiders. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. It's complete, and he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Rolling to his right. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A tight one, 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. Here's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 9. On the give, this is Eckler. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Here's Kaepernick to throw. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And this one complete to Gafford. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Rico Gafford, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A handoff, it's Eckler. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. On 3rd down, Austin. And some room to roam now. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And the Raiders have got him. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. No doubt about it. And you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, and he's miles away and smiling. And happy. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Out to his left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. On 1st down, it's Austin. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field,
Don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On second down, it's Austin. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Tavon Austin. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And this is now a one-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He hits Adams complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Play action, now it's Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
We saw this jumping jack make steady improvement his first 3 years in Miami. And he topped it off with 53 catches last year, career high. Now in his 4th season, I expect his numbers to continue to rise.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, Kaepernick. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick. That's caught by Waller out left side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. On the carry here, it's Austin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year and missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 27.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Carter.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Phillips now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. To throw, Kaepernick. Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them? Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Over toward the sideline for Waller. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Kaepernick going to throw. This will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
first down. Here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now Kaepernick. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 45 yards. And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A give, Eckler running to the right, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Finds a seam inside the 40.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tua to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Kaepernick looking to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. And they could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel-downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually